Speaking of Charlie Kirk and Politicon, lately, the alt-right has been going after Turning Point USA. I started noticing this when watching the Culture War series. I noticed that a lot of people that seem to lean alt-right, they were all up in the chats, in the comment sections, giving Charlie problems over the issue of Israel and my great replacement theory and all that stuff. People asking very cleverly worded questions, and I noticed this was happening at multiple events. Not only that, people showing up to the events to ask Charlie Kirk questions like, you say nationalized healthcare, socialized medicine is immoral, yet you're for giving Israel billions of dollars worth of aid. Meanwhile, they have socialized medicine. Why are you for giving money, American money, to Israel when they have socialized medicine? Yet, there are. I think the person said when white mothers in America can't afford health insurance and healthcare here in America. Questions like that. Also, they're also butthurt about his views on immigration. Charlie is for more legal immigration, to his credit. And they take issue with the fact that he said that when an immigrant comes and learns at a university, if they get a degree, like a degree in engineering at MIT, then they should staple a green card to their that they'll stay in America and create values in America, which Charlie Kirk is actually right on. I'll give him credit. But yeah, they don't want any immigrants. And it turned out that Nick Fuentes had been encouraging people to show up to Charlie Kirk's events to ask him questions like this and to give him a hard time. And this was made worse after Politicon. Apparently, Nick Fuentes was not allowed to attend the Kyle Kalinske-Charlie Kirk debate, and he took that as violating his free speech. And like I said on Twitter, this is now a conservatives. They tried to conflate. They're the ones that wanted to conflate free speech with the right to someone else's property and business. So now they got to square this contradiction when they don't want to sanction someone vile like Nick Fuentes. Well, now they appear to be hypocrites because they're all about the marketplace of ideas. Yet they don't want to entertain someone vile like Nick Fuentes. And I actually think they're good to do that. They're right to not give him the time of day because he is that vile. That's an issue with sanction. If you're going to sanction someone vile like that, then what you're saying is this person, they're worthy of being heard. They are a legitimate person. But a telling thing about all this is that the alt-right appears to be integrating Christianity into their ideology as somewhat traditional values. That's what happened at a recent Turning Point USA event. Charlie Kirk had, I think his name's Rob Smith. He's this black gay conservative. And one of the persons in the audience who came up to ask questions says, you say you're Christian, Charlie, and that you're all about Christian values, yet you want gays in the conservative movement. And Charlie Kirk was like, yeah, I want more gays like Rob in the conservative movement. Charlie's right to do that. I want the conservative movement, whatever the hell it stands for. I want it to be as secular as possible. But now these alt-righters are like, well, this goes against Christian values. This isn't Christian values. This isn't conservative. Jesse Lee Peterson tweeted something similar recently. No such thing as a gay Christian or gay conservative. That's what Jesse Lee Peterson said. He said conservatives are making a huge mistake putting LGBTQ activists front and center on college campuses. So there you go. And this is another contradiction that Charlie Kirk has to square. He's out there, talking about how great God is. He said that in his debate about against Kyle Kalinske. He said that rights come from God, and he's always talking about how amazing the Bible is, and how the Bible should be taught in schools. Well, although he did say the culture war event, when responding to this question, he did correctly say America is not a theocracy. It's like, okay, well, that's a good sign. But that's the thing is when you try to pay lip service to Christianity as much as Charlie Kirk does, and you try to make it, I know he doesn't make it a part of TPUSA's platform, but he talks a lot about it. Once you make that a part of your platform, well, then you open yourself up to pieces of crap who come to your events and say, what are you doing letting gays in the conservative movement? This is degeneracy. What are you doing? This is what happens when you try to cash in on the Make America Great Again movement and all this anti-immigrant sentiment. You find out that a lot of the people that like Trump because of the anti-immigrations, they don't even want legal immigration. They want no immigration. They want as little as immigration as possible. Because conservatives, they try to make it sound like, oh, we're not against immigration. We're just against illegal immigration. These people are breaking the law. And so then they try to cash in on this on that sentiment, but it turns out a lot of people are truly racist pieces of crap that don't want any immigrants whatsoever. So you got the free speech, you got the whole religious aspect, and now you got immigration. Charlie Kirk has a lot of contradictions to square, and he's getting called out on them by the more consistent advocates within the so-called right wing.